Hey everybody, Sarah here. I was gonna make a video yesterday, but I decided to do it today because I knew I was gonna have two things um, I wanted to mention in the video. So today is my birthday. Um, I have like the usual stuff like clothes and um, uh, sweets, sweets and chocolates from different people. Um, and I have got another present that's coming. It's actually turning up tomorrow, not to It didn't turn up. It turned up at my mum's tomorrow. But even though it did say it was between the second and whenever, so it is a shame it didn't turn up today. Then she could have brought it down today. But yeah, and that would be an England football top. And yes, I know I've got an England football top, but the England football top I've got is the the style of ones they had when in the World Cup in 2022. That one, which I do prefer the one with the blue bits by here. Obviously with Kane on the back, number nine. Um, Obviously the one I'm getting for my birthday, well, I will be receiving, is the newer one, the one they wore at the Euros, those ones, and that's obviously gonna have Kane on the back. Like, because my mum said, "Oh, do you want the football top?" And I did think, should I have a Bayern Munich one? But then I was like, they're probably way too much more expensive. So I was like, no, I'll go for the England one, obviously with Kane on the back. So like, if one came with England came ones in the wash. I got another England came one. Um, yeah, and I had some money for my birthday, and in the card it said, um, use the enclosed to spend on whatever you want. And all right, so when I watched videos for like during Euros, and you'd see people wearing like Gascoigne top, like the older tops, not recent players, but like tops with Gascoigne on the back. And I mean, I can't remember if I saw a Shearer one, but um, I know I definitely seen Gascoigne on. Um, and no, I'm not gonna buy a Paul Gascoigne one. But I saw that and I was like, I know what one I want, and I was thinking this then, but even more so now, I want it. So I want one. I wanted one before, and I want one now, and you'll see why I say even more so now. I want an England top with Southgate on the back. The only problem was, I mean, I hadn't really looked before, but I do. The one they. I know it's not the game I want to bring up, but um, the. I don't know if it was the home or the away shirt for those Euros, but in that game where the penalty shootout happens in '96, not '86, '96. Um, is it like a grey or like a whatever color it was? I don't really like that color top, so I was like, I want his name on the back. I don't want that one. And I'm pretty sure when I looked, there was a white version with six on the back and with his name, and I was like, I am pretty obviously because it's been like however many years old. It was like half the price of what those football tops are now. So I was like, I'm gonna buy that spot. I've got money to buy that myself. I don't have to ask somebody else to do it for me. I can buy it myself. So actually, hang on. I don't know if. Oh yeah, is there pictures on? Yeah, there's pictures in it. All right. Um, Where is it? Those pictures? There's always more pictures than that. That is not Southgate. During the opening game of the 2018 World Cup in Russia. He had a beard before, well, when he got announced. So that picture is definitely not from 2018. He was that long. um, see. Right, somebody tell. Alright, hang on. Alright, that picture is when he was announced. He's got a beard. Tell, and that was 2016. Don't say on there that was 2016, obviously. Tell me, that is not during a World Cup. That is what you look like during a World Cup. So, yeah, anyway, alright, that's the top I'm on about. I'm not a fan of that colour. But I can't find the picture of the England top I'm on about. Because all these other pictures are, yeah. Um, yeah, so there's like a white one with the same on it, and I'm gonna buy that. Alright. So, yeah. So I got two. Alright, these two books I bought. Hang on. I bought last year sometime. I know I went to a book fair kind of thing, and I was like, I'm gonna look at the sports things, see if there's any Harry Kane or Gareth Southgate or England, recent England football books, and it wasn't. So I looked on Amazon. So I ended up buying those two because two favourite players, one current, one not. Um, so I bought those two books. There was another book I saw at the time, but for some reason I didn't buy it. And then there was another book. To be fair, I was looking for the one book. I was looking for a DVD. There was no Euro DVDs or England football DVDs. Like, or if they they were probably like around 1966, and I wanted like obviously Southgate era kind of um Southgate management era England. But yeah, I couldn't find anything like that. So I was like, all right, I'm looking at another book. So I am looking at these. Actually, pictures not so bad as a video that just pops up. I'm like, oh yeah, not like that. Yeah. So first book, the book I was definitely gonna get because my dad said, "What do you want for your birthday?" So the first book I went for is this one, which is actually this one was written by somebody else, and probably why that year for the picture is wrong. Then I was like that one because that is actually written by Gareth. I mean, I'm sure there is a thing in it. Oh, that's completely gone dark. Hang on. Um, it's actually written by Gareth, and I know that because when I went on Amazon and it was like an audio example. I don't know why, but I was expecting obviously somebody to be reading it, but they just have anybody reading something. So I was like, I thought, oh, listen to this sample piece they would use it, and they were going to read. And then the voice came on, I was like, oh, like right there, I was like, oh my god, it's actually Gareth, obviously. Why would he be reading his own book? Um, yeah, so that book. And then I saw this book, which I think when I ordered it, it's only been released like 2 days before or something. I could be wrong, but um, another. I love the fact it's called Dear England. I love the fact it's called Dear England. Um, I should have showed you my card I had from my mum as well. It was an England one that got my photo on it. Makes me laugh because it's got Harry Kane on it when he's like on the floor like that, and you got the players on top of him. And it's got Gareth Southgate on it, and I was like, that is not going to be on there next year. And there was other Gareth Southgate ones, but they were like cartoony versions of them. And I was like, no, it has to be a proper version. So I got Harry and Gareth on the same card, on the same card, not in the same card. So yeah, so I'll show you that another time. Yeah, so got these books. No pictures in this. I thought they were pictures, but there's not. Um, and this even a mention of Gareth on the back. Oh, where is it? There. Um, yeah, so like I was just saying, when I am fine with seeing pictures of him um on things. It's like I could be looking on the thing and then to be a picture of him and actually yeah, and I'll be fine. And then what was I watching a video of? Clearly it was football, but what was the video of? There was a video of something. It was obviously a game of football, obviously an England game, but I can't remember what exactly it was. Well, there was something the other day, and like I wasn't expecting him to pop up in it, which I don't know why, because yeah. Anyway, so I can't remember if it showed like Saka. I think it might show Saka in it, and I was like, oh, Saka. And then you like throw a kick at Gareth Southgate, and I was like, oh, don't do that. And then there was what was the other one? It was oh, the video they brought out of, I can't remember when they posted it up on the England's Instagram thing, but it was like, oh, Harry Kane, and I think Maguire might have been on it. Um, Kyle Walker, there was Mason Mount, however many other people. Like they had their voices, not like them actually um saying it's a camera, but thanking him. But all the clips, all the videos were of Gareth, and I was like, do you really just have to throw it? No, that's the thing, because as it started, it showed the back of the head. And I hadn't read like the caption thing or anything. I was like, I paused it before I went in the first. I was like, I recognised the back of that head. Well, the back of the head and the back. It was this like slim person, dark hair, see a beard. And I was like, hang on. Before I go any further, I know who that is. Hmm. Like I said, pictures fine. Videos sometimes, yeah, fine. When it takes me by surprise, I'm like, don't do that to me, because I'm like, I still have to get used to the fact that next month, yeah, I think it is next month. You're not going to have him at the side of, in the, it's not the manager's chair, but in the dugout. You're not going to have him there. It's going to be, God knows who it's going to be. We don't even know who's going to be yet. But yeah, that's, that is what I can't. I'm kind of like not over, not kind of over the fact. Tuesday, this Tuesday coming, will be 3 weeks since he resigned. Well, since it was announced he resigned. And I was, yeah, I think the first week it was kind of like, this is going to, it was taking some getting used to. like I would be thinking, God, this time last week we were still in the Euros. This time last week he was still in the job. This time last week he announced he was there. That's how I was for the week after. Um, but like obviously since then I've been like, I'm like I've got used to that fact. But as I said, it's when these other things, and the thing is, you don't know what he's going to be doing from now on. I want to see that post or that article or on the news saying he's been knighted or going to be knighted. I want to see that because he bloody well deserves it. No matter what people say, I don't. I think hey, um, I know there's been plenty of videos where people have, critics who are like, oh, he doesn't deserve it. Oh, he hasn't won anything with England. Well, he got them to a quarterfinal in his actually got to a quarterfinal, he got into a semi-final, and he got into two finals. And you think about this now, he had got the job in 2016. His first big tournament was 2018. He got into a semi-final. In the Euros before they got to whatever round it was, round of 16, and they got knocked out by Iceland. So for someone who isn't a good manager, he got into a semi-final. 2 years later, well, 3 years later, technically, it was the Euros, got them to a final. 2 years after that, no, 1 year, well, it would have been 2 years, but 1 year after that, there was a World Cup. Got to the quarter final. But they did play better than France, even though they lost to France. And this year, he got into another final in the Euros. So, I, what are they going to do if England don't do that well, like with whoever's next? That's all I'm saying. So like I'm saying, when these people are saying no, whatever, and not just that, but when he's but they were saying the way how people how the players were when they came together for international duty. It was all like if they played for certain clubs, they would always hang around like that, all that kind of stuff. They might be infighting or something like that. He changed the way that England thing setup was once he took over. And people, people have said that. That's why Dear England. That's why that came up that musical that play. So yeah, he hasn't won anything with England, but he deserves that knighthood. Like I said, I don't care what anybody else says. The critics critics aren't always right. So um yeah. So what was I going to say? Yeah. So I was waiting for that story or that article or that news report. Um, but it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take some getting used to when the football comes around. The international football comes around. So when they announce the squads, I probably said all this before, but when they announce the squads, I mean, obviously I'm gonna watch it to make sure there's a certain like unique player in the squad. Better still be captain because they'd be hell to pay if he's not. Um, but I'd always watch the thing, and then obviously they'd be like, "And we're waiting for the press conference with Gareth Southgate." That's what I'm used to. I mean, that's what I've been used to for the past 58 years. So the fact that now it's going to be, like I said, someone else, doesn't even know who that is, that's the hat is going to be weird. I'll be just waiting for that face to be popping up. And he won't, unless he's in the studio talking to someone else. I can't see them. I can't see him doing that. I think that'll be not too much for him, but I think if he was in the studio and like, God, that was me like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, depending on when in September it is. But I don't know. Like I said, I'll watch the press conferences if Harry's on. I'll probably watch it with whoever the manager is. But I don't know. But definitely if Harry's like with whoever the person's going to be, I have no idea. But if Harry's on it, I'll watch it. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, and that's another thing. Tomorrow and the 10th, England, not England, Bayern Munich are playing Tottenham. Harry is not playing it either. I mean, I would have loved that, but then I support Tottenham. I support Bayern Munich because they don't normally play each other. So, um, in a way, I'm kind of glad that Harry's not. I think Eric Dier's playing, but Harry's still on holiday because obviously, I know there's people who play for Germany that are back with Bayern Munich, but then they were out earlier with the Euros and England was. England got to the final. Didn't win it, but yeah, I know people say, oh yeah, but they were the favourites. Well, yeah, I know. Um, yeah, so I have no idea who's going to win. Can we have Tottenham win one and Bayern Munich win the other? I don't know which way round because one of them's for a well, they both for a trophy. I'm not sure, but it would be typical. Bayern Munich won whatever trophy it is, and Harry's not in the bloody team when they play it. But technically, he's in the team that won the trophy, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So my next video will be well sometime next week. Um, yeah. So I will see you then. Bye. Bye.